If you're willing to get dirty, the good stuff comes afterwards, right? You have to plant the seeds. You have to get all that dirt all over your hands. And sometimes being too dirty for too long can make you feel like you're nothing more than a grunt. Just a laborer, right? It can make you feel like unappreciated. But if you're doing the real work, you're gonna love the grunt work. Because you're gonna love what you're doing. And so why isn't it being appreciated? Why isn't it being respected? That outward validation is essential, because it finally makes you feel like you're not on this planet alone. You know, you want to be noticed. You want to be realized, paid attention to. But it's about having that support, knowing that you're on the right track. Because after a while, you get really worn out with the constant thinking, I want. Like, it becomes a burden. And when you generate that kind of energy, you're coming out of a lack mentality, because you're like, I want, because I don't have it. And then it's a big black hole, just suction for energy. And the wanting is because you're not full. It's a hunger, and hunger can be so motivating. And you get constantly stuck, constantly in a state of despair of I want, I'm never satisfied. So you gotta rebalance the energy. I welcome. There is always so much more abundance than you can even imagine. So let your imagines run vivid and wild. It's the small things we have to focus on every day that we do that makes big change. To change the energy, you gotta tap into abundance right now. Right now, not when I have this. It's, journey. Getting out of lack mentality, changing the energy now. I am abundant. And we're so capable of it when you put it in the right way. Keeping words like desire and want out of it, because it's really about maximizing our capabilities and bringing our full and whole, complete self out. And right now, I really want to embrace my unapologetic self. And what am I doing? I'm hiding. I'm blending in. I don't want to be seen. I want to be in the shadow. But I'm just wasting the energy. Because we take that black hole and we make it a sun. The sun emits energy, and it was caused from black hole. It shares and warms and heals and brings life. There's so much that we've already planted, because we have put the seeds out there, and plenty of seeds that we have forgotten about because you just threw them out and they didn't work and they didn't bloom, and you thought they were dead. Well, that's not true. It's just waiting, patience, it's winter time. Not really, but in my mind, it's a mental winter hibernation. And beneath the snow lies the springtime blooms and becomes a rose. And roses are tough little plants. They are beautiful. You envy their beauty because their beauty is inevitable. But they always come with thorns. And there's always a dynamic that the thorns of a rose would be compared to the pain and beauty. The thorn of a rose is the toughness, the self-reliance that has to come along with beauty. You have to have both. You can't just be a thornless rose. They don't come like that. I'm sure you could genetically engineer them to come like that now, but because they're not raised in the wild, in a false environment. And you know, nature says that if you're beautiful, you need to be tough. It is the acknowledgement of the rose's own self-worth. I know people are going to want me. I know people are going to want to eat me up before I even have time to sow more of my seeds and grow myself. So you can't allow that. So what do? You grow thorns. So if you want to eat me, you're not gonna be too happy. You better watch out, because when you go to pluck me, to peel back my layers, you have to do it with care and respect. An outward rose doesn't hide its forms. It's just another demonstration of another part of its beauty, which is respect for itself and its own identification. Because it knows its own self-worth, knowing every day that it grows. Those thorns tell us that the rose knows that it's worth something, and that only the brave and the worthy are capable of touching it. And that's what we have to accept about ourselves. It's not us reaching in and hating the thorns because we want the rose. It's learning from the rose, the whole bush, and saying, you know, I'm trying to grasp. I want pretty things around me. I have to acknowledge my own beauty and grow my own. I have to grow my own thorns as a demonstration of that acknowledgement of my beauty. The thorns don't make a rose less beautiful. They fit right in very elegantly. It has to have thorns so that if an animal comes to eat it, those thorns are a defense. And we have to have our own defenses.